Community members want to make a change in Marathon County when it comes to committing suicide. This is our top story tonight on Newswatch 12 Weekend.
Your local news and weather from where you live. Newswatch 12 Weekend starts now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Sharday Gray. A suicide prevention group in Marathon County wants to get rid of the stigma that comes along with mental illness. The group thinks that could bring down the number of suicides that happen in north central Wisconsin. Newswatch 12's Carolina Buchek went to the Out of the Darkness walk to find out how community members are preventing future suicides. She joins us live in studio with more. Carolina? Thanks, Matt. An early morning explosion leveled a Genoa home, sprayed debris onto a highway, and damaged a former fish market. Forests change and grow all the time. That means landowners need to know what to do to keep their forests sustainable. Landowners came together and shared their experiences at the 13th Landowners Fall Forestry Festival. The festival gives landowners a chance to share their best practices.
This is an event for local landowners to get together and network and learn different forestry aspects regarding, I guess, always our ultimate goal is stewardship and sustainability.
One topic people talked about was protecting forests from deadly insects, but many landowners come to get tips from other people in the business.
A lot of these people that we were working with or are here today are generational landowners, and so they've seen their properties evolve over the course of 50, 60, 70 years.
People also got safety tips for handling chainsaws, and they got to see what the Krentz Lumber Company does with the lumber once it's harvested. You could find a finger-licking good time in Merrill today. The Merrill Chamber of Commerce held its second annual Rib Fest outside of the Merrill Area Recreational Center. Leaders for the event say they started this to bring in motorcyclists who attend the Tomahawk Fall Ride.
To pull some of that business into Merrill. A lot of them were staying here or riding through anyhow, and just make it a stop along their way. So that's how it started, and now we're in year 2, and it was another successful year.
It was so successful last year that they sold out in a matter of an hour and a half with 1,300 people attending. This year, more than 3,000 people came out, and they sold out in 2 hours.
Sort of startled us, and what do we do for year 2? So we increased the number of cooks to 12, and we actually doubled the amount of ribs and included several hundred pounds of brisket and pulled pork to boot.
They sold 1,100 pounds of ribs today. Next year, they plan to have plenty of ribs to go around. Some parents take their kids on a nature walk to learn more about Northwoods animals, but some kids in Manitowoc Waters learned about Northwoods creatures in a fun format today. North Lakeland Discovery Center held its first Northwoods Wildlife Fest. They want kids and parents to have a better understanding of Northwoods animals. Leaders for the event set up a station such as Be a Bat Biologist to help kids understand what species they are.
You get to pretend that you're a bat biologist and go grab a plush bat out of the nets and check that out, figure out what species it is, and kind of go through the process that scientists go through. So it's just a more in-depth look and a closer encounter than you might normally have just hiking through the woods.
Some kids were excited to measure fake bats, but twin brothers from Green Bay couldn't wait to see real bats in person.
Kissing the bat.
Yeah.
Looking at the bats. One's missing a wing, though. I know that.
If you missed today's activities, you can still check out the Wildlife Center and all of its creatures. We'll have their information on our website at WJFW.com. Meteorologist Matt Brooks is in next to tell us if these fall-like temperatures will last. Plus, the NFL faces more controversy after a star running back faces indictment. We'll have more on that after this break. Another NFL star faces serious criminal allegations. Minnesota's Vikings Adrian Peterson could face 2 years in jail if convicted of injuring a child with reckless or criminal negligence. Dan Shinneman has the latest. ISIS released a video that appears to show the execution of a British aid worker. The video was posted today on a website associated with the terror group. This video is similar to 2 others that were recently released. It showed 2 American journalists, James Foley and Stephen Sotliff, executed. The latest execution video includes video of another captive British citizen. British Prime Minister David Cameron responded to the video on Twitter, saying the murder of David Haines is an act of pure evil. And hopefully Nolan will be able to endure those. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, right?
A little bit, not a
He's
washout.
gonna endure the Packers game.
Well, hopefully it'll be a good game.
Well, that's it for us. Have a great night.